Let's start with Jacob Steinberg.
Hey Darryl, when Coach spoke to us earlier, he said one of the areas where he's noticed improvement the most in recent games is toughness. Is that an increase in toughness? Is that something that you've noticed as well?
For sure. And toughness is, something that's physical, but also mental. Um, like I talked about before, we was doing drills in practice to improve our toughness, like working on taking charges, diving after loose balls and stuff like that. But I see us maturing mentally as well. Like throughout the past games, teams have made runs, late second half. It's been a lot of close games and fatigue wears on your body and stuff like that. But for us to just to waiver that shows a lot of mental toughness, not just physical.
And then a quick follow-up, if I may, just in terms of the physical toughness on the court, kind of away from the mental side, how would you define that in terms of plays, like you said, for diving for a loose ball and something like that? Can you give some other examples of like what you consider to be of that physical toughness on the court that you guys have improved upon?
Um, yeah, diving for loose balls. Like for real, it's really all like simple stuff. Um, I always like throughout practice, I always try to like tell everybody, like mainly our younger guys, most of our older guys know, but to fight fatigue. Like you being tired shouldn't be an excuse for you to like not call out a ball screen or not talk on a switch and stuff like that. So just making sure we're doing all the little stuff, even when we're like tired or even when stuff not going our way and stuff like that is really the mental toughness part about it.
Lila Brumberg.
Hey Daryl, how are you?
How you doing?
Good. The last time you guys played Michigan was to win the Big Ten championship. It was your last time to play with, Jalen and some of those guys. Obviously you guys have said, you're preparing for every game the same way, but are any kind of memories kind of brought back just knowing that you're playing this team again?
Um, no, not really. I know last year that was our last game of the season, and it won us the Big Ten regular season. But nah, this Big Ten is a gauntlet. A lot of teams are like a lot different than what they were last year, and we just trying to prepare for the current roster and the current Michigan for real.
And what specific? I know James Graham had the first practice today. What do you think stands out about kind of his skill set and what he can add to the team?
He's very very skilled. I was talking to him last night. I didn't know he was 17. I think he's 17 years old. And I think that's real big for him to, get used to the college atmosphere, and be around guys that have had success in college and stuff. To get that experience at a young age is very important. But he's in practice, trying to soak everything up like a sponge as quick as possible, learning, our principles and how we do stuff here at Maryland. And he's just a worker. He was in here last night working hard. He's out early. He's probably still out there on the court right now working. So it's good to have guys like that in your program now. So yeah.
Emily Giambalvo.
Hey Daryl, you guys have played small a good bit in these last couple of games. What enables you to be able to do that against these Big Ten teams that have some really good big men? What do you have to focus on when you're in those small ball lineups?
Offensively, stuff is in our favor because we would have bigger guys guarding some of our more perimeter oriented guys like maybe me or Dante or Jarius. So spacing will be there offensively. But defensively, it's just focusing on focusing on making sure we get a stop, finishing a stop with a rebound because we know we smaller, so making sure everybody, comes back to rebound and stuff like that, and just having that toughness. When you smaller, you gotta get lower sometimes or be a little bit quicker. A lot of different stuff, but we just focusing on toughness and completing all defensive possessions with rebounds.
And what was it like to watch Dante match up with some of those guys at the 5, and how much just like him playing at a high level enable you guys to be able to play in those lineups?
It's big for us. Dante definitely, when him playing with confidence and him playing free, he's a tough guard at the 5 because he has the ability to shoot the ball, ability to drive and make plays for himself, and also make for other people on the team. So it's excuse me. It's big to get him going, get him out in space and attacking downhill and stuff like that. But I mean, he works. He works hard. So like I'm proud of him for this success. He know how much we need him. So I talk to him all the time. But it's good to see him playing well right now.
Alex Flum.
Hey, Darryl, we kind of talked about on Media Day how, you've been a part of 3 different squads, a team that missed out on the tournament, a team that was in there, a team last year winning the Big Ten, and who knows what would have happened. Looking at this season, when you have, such a big game where you upset a ranked opponent on the road, how important is it to, especially in seasons like this, to build on that and win another game to show that you're going to keep it going and that it's not just one game out of a whole big schedule?
I kind of always tell Coach Turgeon always talk about how tough this league is. So making sure you don't get too high on yourself when you have success, and also not getting too low on yourself when you don't have success. Because every game's going to be a big game. Every game's a big turnaround. So, we enjoyed the win. We definitely looked over some stuff that we could have improved on to, maybe made the win easier. But we know that we have to move on. We got a big game tomorrow, and it came like that. So we just went out there and practice. I think we've all moved on and focused on completing tomorrow's game against Michigan.
Thanks, Darryl.
Joe Yasharoff, bring us home.
Hey, Darryl, thank you for your time. Following up on Alex's question about the Big Ten, do you enjoy playing in a league that most consider the best in the country, where every night is a big game? Every game is a big game? Or is that grueling?
Me, I'm a competitor, so I love the basketball aspect. The other the cold cities, the snow, them long flights, I don't like none of that. But when it get down to the on-court stuff, I love it. Every night you probably playing a pro on another team, or you playing a top 25 team for real. I think 9 of the 14 teams in the Big Ten is top 25. So this what you sign up for. This what you work hard for. This what you dream of, playing at the highest level. So I enjoy the basketball aspect of it for sure.
Follow up, if I could. Not everybody loves playing defense. It's hard work, but you're very, very good at it. How important is your defense to the success of this team?
I think it's, contagious. Energy is contagious. Defense is contagious. So I just try to, I can't think of the word, but I try to implement myself or put my mark on the game defensively to, bring energy to other people. Maybe if I'm playing defense hard or, vocal and giving it my all, that may translate to my teammates, trying just as hard to guard and stuff like that. So I always try to set the tone defensively for the team and for the game and stuff like that. But it's definitely very important for sure. I try to set that energy every game with that.
Thank you.
For sure.
All right, Darryl. Appreciate your time. Thanks, man.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.